Alright. Back with a couple new ones. This time with a Crobat and a Electivire. Just to show you what the Crobat should look like. Should have something like that. You can always split the EVs. Defense will always be hard to come by because he's always low on both defensive stats when you try to train him. He's one of the fastest in the game, so that could come naturally if you don't want to do any speed, but I put a little on him just to outspeed things. HP is always a given for him because he takes a lot from like Stealth Rock and other things. Focus Band is good because, like I said, low in defense, he could die from one hit, especially if he takes something from a very strong type. And of course, his types, his weakness is Psychic, Rock. Moveset I have for him are those. He can learn Heat Wave, but you'd have to trade him off to something. And he's got 2 status, 2 attack. Right here, he's more specially sound, so I gave him more special EVs instead of physical. But you can always go either way. As far as Electivire goes, once again, you can always split the EVs between him. I personally always say he's physical better than special, but special always comes into effect in case you want to do Thunderbolt instead of Thunder Punch. He'll always have Motor Drive, that's a given. Lumberjack I always thought was great because he can get paralyzed and it'll cut his speed in half, and the Lumberjack will always cancel that out. As far as moves go, he can learn a wide variety of moves. Sorry about that. I always put Thunder Wave just in case. Ice Punch is really good to have, especially if ground types and stuff like that, considering the fact he's weak to ground. Thunderbolt for flying types, and Brick Break also for ground types and stuff like that, rock types, because lightning doesn't really hit rock that well. And I'll show you what happens. I'm going to use Crobat first. And once again, that Lucario is not mine. Good thing about Heat Wave is it hits both of them, not just one. And if you have come in contact with something like him, he's weak to fire. Not bad. Like I said before, doesn't always have to kill one hit. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Like I always say though, if you always have somebody else with you, you should always do the cleanup after you do the mean work. That'll hurt you, but that Lucario should be okay. See, now here is where it's interesting. I'll show you something. Since that's fine. I mean, the only way one of these would hurt you is if Sudowoodo had Stone Edge or Rock Slide. But the Confusion should help a little bit. And Confuser is always good to have on a Crobat. Perfect. See, now here he's confused. Switch. Take care of this. Because I am somewhat afraid of Rock Slide, and it would kill him. And considering the fact Sandstorm nullifies the Focus Band, which is aggravating. Perfect. It's funny, the only damage I've taken is from Sandstorm. It's always good to have the Electivire too on your team if you've got like a flying type or something, because you could switch in if your opponent tries to do a lightning type, and you can switch in and it'll make his speed ridiculous. So now here we got Water Rock. Let's see what Thunderbolt does. Now I didn't give him really any special EVs at all. This is pretty much just naturally what he had just during training. That's pretty good if you ask me. Almost did. And like I say, if you have somebody with you, it's like the cleanup crew. And now Kingler's probably crapping himself. Mud Shot, it is a ground move, but I want to see what it'll do. Not bad. A critical hit. That was a critical hit, and it brought me just a little under half. Maybe. Sandstorm will break me to half. Unfortunately, though, I think this Kingler's going to try to stall everything out and just protect, which is aggravating. No. Nope. He's going to take his beating. I guarantee if this doesn't kill him, I will. See, with my speed down, I still outspeed him. I mean, my recommendations for him would be attack, no special attack, maybe a little HP and speed. You can do defense instead of special defense, because he will take more defensive attacks instead of special defensive attacks, because he's weak to Earthquake and stuff like that. And of course, that's it. And if you have any questions or anything, leave them. I'll be happy to answer them. Goodbye.